Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of September 16th through the 22nd, 2024. Significant week ahead. We have the Pisces lunar eclipse happening on Tuesday the 17th, and then the sun moves into the sign of Libra on Sunday the 22nd. On the 22nd, we also have the autumn equinox or the spring equinox if you're in the southern hemisphere, which is where the days and nights will be equal. So there's a lot going on astrologically. At this time, we are entering into eclipse season, which is a time of dramatic emotions and change. I will be offering eclipse season readings, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Turn on the notification bell. They will be posted on the 14th, 15th, and 16th. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. First card out, Five of Wands. Aquarius, you may feel that certain people may not be necessarily on the same wavelength as you this week, or there could be an increased chance of discussions, debates, arguments, fights, things like that. It just feels like, you have a certain way of thinking and other people might not necessarily understand your perspective, but that's fine, It's not anything big and dramatic. It's just the frustration of having to really explain yourself to people, so pay attention to that. Let's see what comes out next to that. We have Nine of Wands. There could be feelings here of does anybody understand me? Does anybody understand my perspective on this? And you may be kind of protecting your heart at this time. There could be a situation where you're like, is this too good to be true? Is this too good to be true? And you may be holding it slightly at an arm's length, observing it, and seeing if it remains consistent in its actions and its words. It's not playing these hot and cold games. Because you've been hurt before and you've worked very hard to get where you're at. And yeah, we have the Five of Cups coming out right next to that. You don't want your heart broken again. You don't want to get your hopes up for something only to be disappointed. And so for a lot of you, you're not necessarily willing to jump into something willy-nilly. You are very protective of your energy this week. And, you may be dealing with a scenario where you can easily see yourself getting excited and falling in love and, just getting really hype about something, getting your hopes up about something that you really want. But you have the wisdom to sort of also remind yourself, I'll believe it when I see it. I don't want to put all my eggs in this one basket. Very interesting. Second row of cards out, Death and Rebirth in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, really fascinating. There's something in your life, Aquarius, and here's the thing. You're not going to believe me. I see that very clearly. You're not going to believe me right now, the time that you're watching this video. It's not going to resonate with you. I know it's not going to resonate with you. This is going to be one of those readings where a few weeks from now, if you were to go back and watch this reading, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But right now, at the time that you're watching this, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. There is something in your life that is not meant to stand the test of time. This could be a relationship. This could be a long-held project or dream. It is something that you have fully convinced yourself is meant to last the rest of your life. And that's why you're not going to believe me. So I'm not even going to get into specifics on what this thing is because you're literally not going to believe me. But what this eclipse season is doing for you, or these next few weeks if you're watching this at a different time, is it is starting the exit process for this certain thing in your life that you're not necessarily willing to let go of. It feels like you fully convinced yourself that someone or something is for you. This is my person. This is my long-held dream, my long-held goal. I'm not giving up on this. But Death and Rebirth in reverse, right underneath the Five of Wands. Deep, 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 deep down inside, subconsciously, it's not conscious yet, you understand that this person or this thing is not compatible with what you want long term. Or they will constantly be slightly at odds with you. They're not really in vibrational alignment with you. And this week marks the beginning of an end that you won't see coming. And I'm not saying this to make you scared, because this is actually for your highest good. And in fact, we move forward to the King of Pentacles, which shows something very long-term, significant, and beautiful coming in. And if we're talking about relationships, like for example, if you're in a long-term relationship and that's what's ending for you, this King of Pentacles can show your next relationship. Could be a very wise, mature earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be an earth sign or masculine energy, but it's there. And this is also financial success as well. Success in other endeavors of yours. But before we get there, you're going to have to be willing to admit what's not working. And be willing to adjust your course. You know what? I've been putting so much time, energy, and effort into this. It's not really paying off for me, even though it's a very long-held goal and dream and vision of mine. So it's time for me to move on. I know that you're not going to resonate with this message because the Ten of Wands is coming out in reverse. You're too busy in the day-to-day trying to make this thing work, you know, living in the illusion of it working and being very comfortable with where you're at, albeit, you know, slightly unfulfilled because all of your needs are not being met. But yeah, you know what? This week is the beginning of the end. I don't know how else to spin it. I don't know how else to describe it. If I were an Aquarius, what I would look out for is any signs of resistance, okay? Any relationships that start arguing more and more and more, or not really feeling like it's working with you more and more and more, or like any organization, job, project, goal, dream, vision, that it just feels like, you know, as time goes on, it's more and more of a fight to try to make this work. Anything that has that sort of vibration and that sort of energy, I would just keep an eye on, because that may be what's trying to exit your life at this time. And you know, there could be something similar, like the good aspects of that long-held vision, dream, person, whatever. You may be manifesting someone or something similar, but more in alignment with you, you know, more in alignment with the long-term vision and plan. So, really interesting week, complicated week. Aquarius, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you watch your eclipse reading. I didn't film it yet. It will be posted on the 14th, 15th, or 16th. So again, subscribe for that. Turn on notifications for that, because, yeah. Whew, I just got the chills. Look at that, goosebumps. This will be bringing in some extremely intense life changes for you, I think. And you know what? Save this video, come back to it in like the end of the week or in a few weeks. I think it might make a little bit more sense to you then, you know? It's just one of those readings. And also definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs this week to get the fullest overview of your week ahead, because there's more to your week than just this, for sure. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.